This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to a demo session of the Azure Cloud Administration. So, myself, Nagarjuna Vadlakonda, I have total 11 years of IT experience. I'm working on AWS and Azure Cloud, especially automation point to write the scripts on PowerShell and Python. So, almost after 6 months, we are planning the batch in the evening hours. Last batch was in morning hours only, morning 6 to 7 only there. Now it is a completely it's the evening batch 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. Evening hours, completely evening hours only. Monday to Friday. It's a regular sessions 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. Only one batch. There is a no morning batch. Only evening batch only available. Right, sir? Now let's come to before going to see the course content. Let me show you and explain about this course and who are eligible to learn this one. Definitely, we have some doubts. I'm going to give the clarity on the doubts. So now almost every service now available on cloud. Any person should be good at one cloud. That is either Azure or AWS or GCP. Having a good cloud knowledge is required. So to learn this one directly, learning the cloud is a not at all good idea. So before coming to here, first of all, we should good at the networking and minimum knowledge of the Linux commands. So these two things are required here for any cloud. You are not only for Azure to learn this one. These two are required. Okay. Before what is the cloud we don't know. You can consider and the persons those who are having this is eligibility. Those who are having zero knowledge in the cloud really. This is eligibility, simple eligibility. Those who are having the zero knowledge in the cloud, because we are going to start from zero. We are going to start from the zero only. But directly you should not learn the it is not possible to learn the cloud also. Okay, some course is there. You can consider for the demo. For this I am conducting the demo session. Fine, absolutely it is good. But can I learn directly this course? No, not possible. You cannot understand. Even lot of people came. Some people generally we will join in the DevOps or Azure DevOps or any one of the Docker Kubernetes or some tools. If you learn one to first demo session, if someone says no, nothing is required, no cloud knowledge is required, that is completely wrong. Without cloud we cannot do anything, sir. First point. So directly we won't start here. What I am going to do here before going to start, if you have a zero knowledge, good thing, sir. Here what I'm going to do here, almost I'm going to take 7 sessions on the Linux environment, exactly which is required here. The basic commands I'm going to cover here in 7 sessions. Before going to cloud, before going to cloud, here first complete 7 sessions I will explain. Before starting the cloud, Azure cloud, 7 sessions on purely on the Linux basics. 2 to 3
Uh,
sessions are complete.
Naga,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt you, but why, like it's Azure means related to Microsoft, right? Or why we are going for the Linux command? I mean, is Linux commands necessary for this Azure? Means if it is, it's like I think Linux is required.
Absolutely. Azure cloud vendor. I mean, not only Windows server. We have a all type of servers are available. And if you take the iOS or anywhere, see, I mean, just a cloud vendor. They will provide everything for us. Definitely, it's a Microsoft product. We feel like it is only for Windows or only for Windows 10 or server machines. But if you see just generally, I'm trying to create one VM if I know the services information. See, we have all services, all type of virtual machine images available are not here. RHEL, Windows 10, Ubuntu. Yes or no?
You mean like we need to build the Linux servers also?
Also, just as a cloud vendor, any server we have to deploy. If
Oh, okay.
Microsoft only maintaining Windows servers, definitely there is no this much of development. We can develop any type of, we can build any type of server, not only Windows. Clear, sir?
More question.
Yes, yes.
One
Thanks.
more question.
Let me wait, sir. I will explain the course content. First of all, what is the required things who are eligible? Definitely, I will take the question. Uh, Let me try to explain what are the prerequisites to learn this course. Directly, we cannot start this course. If I directly start this one, that is really useless to you, completely useless. So definitely Linux basics are required here. Without Linux basics, we cannot survive. Why? Because if you take a server, backend any server, any website or anything, really believe me, 70% really that is a Unix flavor servers only. 30% we have a Microsoft Windows servers. Almost 70% Unix based servers only available. I mean Linux, Ubuntu, or maybe Debian, RHEL, OEL, any one of them. But 70% works on the Unix. Even mobile also working on the Android upon that Linux, Kali Linux or anything. 30% only we have a Microsoft Windows servers. So first I am going to cover in this training before starting the original training, before going to what is Azure Cloud, that is leave it for some time, 15 days. First we will learn what is the Linux commands, how to build the lab. And next 2 to 3 sessions are completely related to networking. So what is the networking, how to create the subnets, VNets. Yes, this is a mandatory thing, not only for Azure, for not only for this training. No, the word is very clear and saying that one. If you plan to learn any cloud, these two things are required. Your target is any cloud, but these two things are required. Even if you have a perfect knowledge on the Linux and shell script, it's a great advantage. But Linux commands are required. Only I know Windows, can I survive? No, sir, not at all. Not at all. Simply. No, only Windows commands I know very well. I can build, I can expert in AD or other things. Without Linux, can I survive in the cloud? No. Even if your plan is development or Azure DevOps or normal DevOps or any AZ3 303 or 203, any one of them, Linux is mandatory. So these two will take 10 sessions almost. So the person who is coming with zero knowledge, first we will learn these two basics. It's the we are considering as a prerequisites. Then after here one component I am going to introduce to you. Already so many people completed their training on PowerShell. PowerShell knowledge is required to learn this training, sir. Sir, why this training is different from others? Simple answer I will give to you. Generally, if I ask you create a service on cloud, you definitely use the browser. In this browser, you will log into your account. In the GUI mode, you can create any type of them. If I ask you create a website, if I ask you write a automation account or monitor anything, this is a portal. You have a happily you will use graphical user interface. Even any non-IT people also, even if we train like 4 to 5 months, they can learn. Sir, if you want to get a specialty out of all members, see if you apply for one job, 100 people sir will apply for that. All are trained or having the knowledge or completed their training. even working guys also, they definitely having the knowledge on the portal. This is a portal in the browser, but 2 to 3 persons only having the knowledge on the PowerShell. It's a command line tool. Command line tool. PowerShell knowledge is required here. See, one thing, mainly those who are in the running PowerShell batch, those who are running, especially August. I started a batch in August. I'm not sure the date, but one second. I started a batch on PowerShell. Believe me, one word: this PowerShell you are learning not only for Azure, not only for SQL Server or DevOps. This technology, it will helpful to you in everywhere. I started a batch on 17. Those who are part of this PowerShell batch, believe me, 100% you are eligible. Why? Because I need a minimum knowledge on the PowerShell. Now almost the running PowerShell batch completed 7 sessions. Yes. Now you know what is the command, what is the parameter. When I start the virtual Azure, when I start the Azure directly, I cannot come to here. Networking and here I will complete all these things. So 10 sessions are required. So almost that time when I come to the Azure, the running PowerShell batch people will come to 17th session. Really you have a maximum information in your hand at 17th session. That's why I'm saying to you, if any one of them from working present running batch, you're happily join. Believe me, that is my assurance to you. Already you're completed your training. Yes, you know every logics. Right? So what is the plan of this training? Simply, this training is what is the why it is too much difference. Sir, if you take one service, the service first I will explain on the notepad or in the MS Paint. Then after I will explain the same thing on the portal. Third one with the help of the PowerShell I will create. Third one with the PowerShell I will create it. But not all services, maximum only. So everything is possible. For example, site to site is there, point to site is there. That type of activity is not possible. I can say, for example, here we are going to discuss 16 modules. Almost 12 to 13 modules we are going to see with PowerShell. So there is no training in this way in the world, sir. Why? Because with the PowerShell, with the portal, two things I am going to cover. So two things we are going to cover. That's why the duration is high, here 80 days. You can consider really 3.5 to 4 months, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays and Sundays. Excluding. You have to exclude this one. So without PowerShell, can I learn that? Happily you can learn it, but you will get normal these two only. You cannot get this one. But my suggestion is maybe how much time to it will take to or learn the PowerShell. If you are learning the PowerShell, which is not for Azure, believe me, even AWS Azure, Azure DevOps, we are using SQL Server, Office 365, everywhere we have the command line utility. Even monitoring points also. General manual work we will write in the form of scripts. So don't miss these options, sir. Even for example, I don't want PowerShell, sir. Okay, happily you can take this option. But my suggestion is without PowerShell, you will get these two types of knowledge, no doubt. But my suggestion is concentrate on the PowerShell also. Sir, if you don't have the time to learn the PowerShell, generally PowerShell batch timings are PowerShell regular batch timings already, which is running batch. I am explaining PowerShell morning 8 to 9, and another one is 8 to 9 p.m. also available. You can attend any one of them per day. Definitely, believe me, it will enhance your knowledge. Only with the portal, lot of competition is there, but with the portal and PowerShell, there is very less people are available. Where there is a very less people are available. No, sir, I not at all interested to PowerShell. Yes, ignore it. But I am going to teach on two levels. One is portal and another one is a PowerShell. So completely this training is,
Nagarjuna.
if you need, yes sir.
Yeah, I haven't joined PowerShell course. So, is there any new batch is going to start in the future, or
For PowerShell,
I do not have? Yeah.
PowerShell next batch in October only. So only two batches only.
So, in this
Have,
old batch, where I can fit,
yes, only 7 sessions only completed as of now. Only seven that are
yeah,
still
is there any
in basic.
backup sessions that I can get, or how, or only videos I'll get?
Yeah, absolutely. I will provide that backup. And if any one of you there in the present PowerShell batch, can you give the feedback? Is it possible to get by the recorded sessions? Any one of you there? Please confirm it that word. Is it possible to understand?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir.
100% it's true.
Yes, yes, Naga,
Yeah,
percent.
100% it is
Yes,
possible
they
now.
can understand very easily. Not an issue.
Simply you can understand and better to cover. You have a lot of time is there. This batch regular session is going to start from Monday. So Monday means now is a 27, 27 plus 3. So almost it's a maybe third or fourth. So in this time you have to cover this 7 session. Very, very clearly the explanation is available. Even not only 7, all 60 sessions you are going to get the same level of clarity. Definitely we will
Yeah,
discuss that one. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
We will discuss
So,
it.
on coming Monday, I'll
So
join.
now that sure. So in this training, sir, okay, we are learning Linux basics networking. Then I am extra benefit. Believe me, there is no people on PowerShell. Believe me, if you good at this PowerShell, really we can play with Azure Cloud. So here after these two, so in 2 to 3 sessions, I will give the explanation on the PowerShell. I will give the explanation on the PowerShell only. But I am very strongly saying to you, take the PowerShell training. Those who are completed previous batches, for them just to recapitulation of the previous all components, I will explain in 2 to 3 sessions. So overall here required 12 sessions to start our original training. You are learning for, you are joining for Azure Cloud, but I won't start the Azure Cloud directly. First 12 sessions are required. 12 minimum, I am saying that one minimum 12 sessions. Then after I will come to Azure Cloud. Now the questions, different questions will come. Sir, to before this 12 session, before entering this one, nothing is required. Everything is there. But how to create the Azure cloud and what is the why this is a, I mean, what is the specialty of this cloud vendor? You are on-prem previously. Now somewhere some cloud vendor is selling to you. You have to purchase based on the hours. You have to create an account. Definitely, we have to create an account in different modes. But the best thing is with credit card only 99%. With the credit card, we can create a free trial account. After free trial, also we have to practice. Why? Because 1 month only normally Azure people will provide free. Then after we have to convert to pay as you go. But minimum your complete training will completed every month 500, 500, 500. So total your total amount will be 2000. 2000 I mean price you will get, I mean billing you will get in Azure cloud if you practice everything. That's all. Even if you already completed free trial, you can consider here also extra 500. So every month 500, 500 is required if you follow my conditions. After every practice you have to delete the services. I will give a lot of logics to you. Now just we have to create an account. So in the remaining training you can consider almost 70 hours, 70 sessions, apart from 12, 12, not apart from 12, exclusively 70 hours is required. Yes, in that 30 days we are going to work with the infra level, networking only we are going to see, networking. So without what we will infrastructure, we cannot perform any type of activity. Infra level, infra, first priority we are going to see what is the VNet, subnet, firewalls, application security group, network security group. Yes, instead of my words, see, you can see this one. First, highest priority in out of all services, networking. I mean, we have one service, virtual network. Second one is a Azure Active Directory. We cannot complete these two services in 2 sessions or 3 sessions. 50%, 50 days, almost 50 sessions. 50% means 50 out of 70, 50% means 35 to 40 days. We are going to work on only networking and Azure Active Directory. See, this is a session one I started closely. This is a previous batch information. You can understand. So first of all, these are the Linux basics, six, yeah, networking basics, PowerShell information, and actually the training was started at session number 14. What is a cloud computing? Directly we cannot start this one. Next, here networking started session number 16. It is a depend on the topics or it is a fixed one for every training? No, sir. Based on the topic, we are going to change that topics and content. See, almost, believe me, up to session number 50, we discussed only one service, that is a VNet. In your course content, the fourth or fifth one. So virtual network, 30 days I said, na? So your previous 14 plus, your 30 days, we are going to discuss only one service, virtual network. What is a firewall, subnets, system routes, UDRs, everything I list out here. This training completely is going to cover AZ 900 and 104. Even last time I added only database overview only, but this time I'm going to add databases overview. I mean detail explanation. What is the SQUs and their details also I'm going to give a detailed explanation. So here, see guys, first one we are going to discuss VNet. That is the first service, and how we are going to discuss, not like a simple way. For example, if you take any one of the service, generally any one of them, anywhere you can take it, anywhere you can take it. So same thing we will write with PowerShell. Say for example, Azure Firewall is there, route tables, and same thing again with PowerShell code. So you don't worry about the code and other details. First, theoretically, first I will create first one idea in your brain. What is the originally it will work. Then after, portal level in the browser, graphical user interface is very easy to understand. Graphical user interface, generally we are calling that as a portal. Next one, with the help of the PowerShell code, I will explain the same service. So these area where there are less people, even not only creation, we are going to manage them also. But this is purely depends on your PowerShell knowledge. Yes, see how much level we are going to write the scripts. As of now, we don't know even single line. So you don't worry, no coding here. Just PowerShell knowledge is required, Linux knowledge is required. Cloud is not a one way, only one course. A lot of components are dependent elements are there. I have to explain fact. So if I mislead you to join this course, if you come after this training, definitely you never refer new people, and you will. I mean, definitely one of them money waste, and second one is valuable time. Sure. So the two things are required here. Minimum knowledge, even if you are part of present running batch, present running PowerShell batch, happily you can enjoy this training. Yes. So the next one is a total 16 modules I divided. 16. Yes. Extra added ARM templates also. Even ARM templates, databases, previously I provided normal overview, but we are going to see in detail. Let's come from the beginning, sir. One time. So these are the prerequisites. Anyhow, Azure Active Directory time, Windows Active Directory also required. That explanation also you will get from here. And general cloud basics. What is the cloud vendors? PaaS, SaaS, IaaS, private cloud, public cloud, and what is the hybrid cloud? The differences, pricing. Then after, not Azure Active Directory, I will not start. I will start the VNet. VNet. So here we will spend almost 30 to 35 sessions. Previously 36 sessions it took. Now next one, Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, especially single sign-on. How to connect from AWS to with using AWS credentials. How can I connect to Azure Cloud? Single sign-in. If I have a Facebook credentials, how to connect to here? I mean, what is the P1, P2 plans, B2B plans? What is the role based access control? Yes, and with PowerShell here also. And how to create the custom. A lot of the components are there. Actually, Azure directory is just a matter of four. One is users and groups, devices, application registration. Only these four. That's all. Even if you learn this Azure Active Directory, one service is there. As of now, we don't know. Just see Azure Active Directory. If you use this one, only four components. Complete training is related to four component. In that, what is a single sign-in and what is a MFA? See, here I said four. Na? User, group, application, and app registration. Devices also I said here. This is the devices. I'm using different P1, P2 plans here. Plans are also available. What is the P1, P2 plans? What is a role? How to synchronize the users from on-prem to Azure cloud? And what is the policies are available? Password written back. That complete information we have here. So almost 6 to 7 hours content is available here. 6 to 7 hours. And networking. These two are major. Then after VM, in the VM again lot of components are there. So in the total 11, 7 screens we have to see very carefully how to create the keys, public keys, PEM files, disk. What is the data disk, OS disk, temp disk? If something happened a disk, how to create the snapshot to how to create the value, how to attach to the VM. So these type of information we will get. So one of the third important service, networking, user management, IAM, nothing but Azure Active Directory, virtual machines. In the virtual machines, what is a Microsoft Defender Cloud, and what is a firewall here? How to enable the firewall? So next one is, after this one we are going to see storage account. Next to storage account is there. Yes, here we have a four type of storages are there. What is a blab storage, file share, then after tables and queues. Mostly queues are used in the DevOps. And what is a SaaS keys, and how access keys, how to provide the permissions, how to enable the versioning, and how to enable a versioning. Then after a normal static website, how to create it, especially file share, special one. File share is similar to your Windows share drive, and how to provide the permission. One of the old service, Azure storage accounts. In same service, we will call in AWS S3 buckets. Same service we will call as a S3 buckets. So then after, we will come to the backup and recovery. Where I written here, backup and recovery here. Backup and recovery. So what are the strategies are available? What is a backup? And even backup also two types are there. One is a scheduled backup, and what is a recovery vault, service recovery vault, primary, secondary region. What is a RPO, RTO? This terminology maybe you will get some time to understand, but when we enter into one concept, that concept we will discuss detail. And come then after monitoring area, very important to monitor everything here. From there only you will get the logic apps, how to create the alerts, and what is a metric and what is a log. Perfect clarity there we will get. And this is a previously I provided only overview, but we are going to see detailed explanation about the databases and the ARM templates. And anyhow, at any point, absolutely the highlighted service is automation account. If you take anything, for example, if you take a VM, we have a auto stop service is there. Auto start service is not there in Azure cloud. So automation account by using the PowerShell again here also. Yes, Jayesh, I will share the recorded session. So automation account, anything if you want to automate, the one area really you will enjoy in this. You can, if you know the PowerShell, you will enjoy here. Basic commands. ARM templates. So how to create the same services by using the like a JSON format code. Just Visual Studio Code will give to you a lot of answers. But observe here, any service we are going to discuss here, no coding is required. Just to give me sufficient time. And if you have any query, you have to ask. Why? Because we are going to start this journey from zero. We don't know anything about the cloud. If we don't know anything cloud, if I explain in this way, it is a difficult one, sir, to understand. That's why, believe me, how you enjoyed your my previous PowerShell training or Linux training. Maybe you are referred for from someone, or maybe you are completed my previous training. Definitely, you are part of any one of these two, or maybe someone referred. 100% I will give to you genuine a 2 years of IT level experience on Azure cloud, but no one is there with PowerShell. Again, I am saying the same word to you. No one is there in the PowerShell. Yes, everything here only labs there. Theory lab. The lab also two levels. One is portal and with PowerShell. Here only one by one a proper structured training is there here. Proper structure training is there. There is no only theory part. Here only I will explain theory, lab. Even lab also two levels we have. So and then after only one timing, that is a 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. Total fees is a 5,000. So you can, if you want, you can use the two installment, but really you can use one by, because again access limitation will become complete your fee at a time. Otherwise you will your drive access limitation, everything will be limited only. After every live training you will get the recorded sessions. So this is my responsibility. Those who are coming from zero knowledge, first I will provide the basic information, then I will start the cloud, not directly. Even if you are, if you plan to learn the Azure cloud, Azure DevOps, so don't directly go to here. So one cloud is required and AZ900 also mandatory. Then after you can choose it. So your DevOps is your plan. Happily you can join here. Lot of services I will compare with AWS. I'm not saying this word here. Lot of services I will compare with AWS, which is equal to this one. And one area we will use AWS also, like how to connect to organization, site to site connectivity. One of the biggest concept. How to connect a AWS machine to Azure by using the private tunnel. With private IPs, how we can communicate from here to there. That is the information about the like AWS. I will maximum I will compare here and there. After this training, I will provide the dumps and everything, sir. But remaining things are secondary. First, how much subject you are getting, how much you are practicing, that is important. The dumps and notes, that all are secondary. All the things are secondary. But how much subject you are getting from zero to how much you are getting, that is important component here. Remaining things all are secondary only. So this is about the training details, and this batch going to start from Monday. Today is a Sunday, na? Not to, next tomorrow Monday, which is upcoming. 1 second. Third of, not third, sir. I'm sorry. Fourth of September onwards, this batch I'm going to start, and this is a registration process. 1 second.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
And what is the validity of that recording?
So this is a registration process. After your payment, completion of payment, please share the screenshot to same my this is my payment number and WhatsApp number also. After your payment, please share the screenshot to this number. Then I will add your number to the one special WhatsApp group. Those already previously completed your payment, today I am going to add your numbers to the group, sir. You don't worry. I will add. You already have completed your payment. Now definitely I will add after this. Yes.
No,
Now
my
please
question is
let
Sir,
me
different.
sir,